All right, here we are. Let me make sure that the settings are right. That all looks good. All right, see if we can get anybody in here. All right, so how's everyone doing? Got one person in here so far. I know this is a little impromptu, but I figure, you know what, let's just give it a try, see what happens. Still testing things out in terms of this live stream. So we're gonna give some people a few minutes to make it to the stream. So far, how is everyone doing? I got a quiet crowd today, huh? All right, so I guess since we're waiting, I won't waste too much of your time. So we'll go ahead into the 3 reasons why you need to start blogging ASAP. Number one reason number one is the fact that entry level position jobs are going away. If you notice, anytime you walk into your favorite store, maybe like a Walmart, Target, grocery stores, whatever it is, you've probably noticed. Sorry about that. You probably noticed that a lot of these places have self checkout aisles. So now that they have self checkout aisles, I mean, those are jobs that people used to have. If you live, near a highway where there's a lot of tolls or anything like that, there used to be people on every single one. Now it's a whole bunch of computers. If you're in Florida, it's a Sun Pass. If you're in the Northeast, it's the Easy Pass. I'm not sure where it is in other parts of the country, but those jobs are going away. So if those jobs are going away, what is it that people like you and me can actually do to make money? We have to kind of become our own people, become our own entrepreneurs, become our own business owners. And because of the greatness that is the internet, we are able to do that. So, number one reason is because we can't depend on other people to give us jobs. That's the number one reason, at least in my opinion. The number two reason why we should go ahead and reason why you need to start blogging as soon as possible is the fact that not just entry level positions, as we mentioned in part one, but also what's going away are brick and mortar stores. Places like, I don't know if you remember places like Circuit City. Uh, a lot of these places are no longer here. Toys R Us is gone now. And the reason for that is because people are buying stuff online now. Since people are buying stuff online, they don't have to worry about going into the store. You don't have to worry about uh, having to sneak away and go shopping sometimes. They can do so from the comfort of their own home, right there in front of a laptop. Uh, what you can do as a blogger is you can use a process called affiliate marketing and place yourself in between the customer and the store in which they're buying from. So if you like toys or you like electronics or anything like that, you can start an electronics blog. You can start a toys blog. And as people ask questions about different types of toys, looking for reviews for different types of toys, they can find your blog that reviews them, talks about them, tells you how great they are. And then you can link them to the brick and mortar places and link to them on their websites. so that they can purchase. And when they do, you get a commission as a blogger. So a big reason why you want to start doing blogging is just that, because since these stores are going away and everyone's going online anyway, you might as well go where the people are. That's the best way in which you can make money online, at least in my opinion at the moment. It's definitely through blogging. Okay, and the number 3 reason why you should reasons why you should start blogging as soon as possible is the fact that you work 20 or 30 years or 40 years, however long of your life, to be someone else's passive income. And then after 30 years, you finally retire and hope that you have a nest egg, or hope that you have enough money to go to Florida or to enjoy your golden years later in your life. You know, your 60s, your 70s. Hopefully you have enough money to make it through your 60s and 70s. And if you actually have the time and you have the money, do you have the health at that time to be able to enjoy your life? It is very possible to start a blog right now, and within 2 years, it could be making you a full-time income online. And some people say, "Oh, 2 years, that's way too long. I got other stuff to do for 2 years." But you were just willing to do it for 30, you know? So why not do it for 2? And be able to enjoy your family, enjoy traveling, enjoy doing what you want on your own time. Start doing it right now, and you can have it done within a year or 2. It's not easy. It is not a lightning fast process, but compared to what most people's original plans are, it's quick. So my number 3 reason is the fact that people are just they want to become what they want to become when it comes to building their empire, I guess you can say, and they do so by working a 9 to 5. Eventually, that's not going to happen. I mean, and if it does, you know, hopefully it works out for you. I know it happens for a lot of people, but I'd rather be in control of my own destiny, and that's one thing that I've definitely have found. Hey, Michael, welcome back, man. Yeah, Michael says working on my current job for 6 years. My 401k is under 2 grand, and I'll be working until I die. Yeah, that's not a fun feeling, you know, of thinking that that's going to be the process. Now, granted, I'm not saying not to invest in a 401k or not to do all those kinds of things, because really, you know, Michael, you keep investing in that, it's going to exponentially grow over time, you know. But I mean, when we say exponentially grow, we're talking, you know, it might take you 5, 10, 15 years before it blows up to something decent. Uh, so, you know, for example, I mean, again, the thought process there is that you go to work, you get paid, and then your company is going to match what, half of what you put into your 401k. So you will be dumb not to put more money into it, which actually takes more money out of your paycheck, because you're thinking of the future. But that's just more money out of your paycheck that you have to worry about giving up to somebody else. Well, really to yourself, but money that you have to give up that you can't spend at that moment, which will then, you know, make you, you know, I'm sure what's the word for it, cash poor, you know, kind of a thing. So keep doing the 401k. And, you know, actually that's another thing. For the record, I'm not saying that anyone needs to quit their jobs. I don't want anyone to quit their jobs. That's not what this is here for. I'm here just to make a suggestion to actually do something to supplement your income, so that just in case you do get laid off, or you do get fired, or you break your leg and you can't work, or anything like that, that you have something to fall back on. Did you know that most Americans have nothing to fall back on after their first primary source of income, which is their everyday job? That's why, you know, one crucial accident can spiral you into a mountain of medical debt or spiral you into a mountain of debt, because people are living paycheck to paycheck, not because they want to, but because they feel as though that's the only option that they have. Your situation is your situation, but your attitude towards it is got to be, if I remember correctly, 60% of what you can control. 40% of how you feel is genetic. The other 60% is how you feel about it. So you have to be able to make a change. So yeah, that's just one of those things. So how's it going, Michael? What you up to, man? Yeah, I've just been really going through some videos and going through video ideas, trying to make a slight change with the channel to try to drive more views. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that. Any questions that you have so far? So I'll go through like a routine of mine that I do, since there's just a few people in here. One thing I'm trying to do better at is becoming more organized. When I first started with affiliate marketing and blogging and everything, I tried to. I was just doing stuff because I didn't know that it was actually going to work. To be honest, I was kind of all in because I saw so many examples of other people who had good experiences with it, and it did work out for them. So I was all in, and I put a ton of time in it, learned a ton of stuff about it. Even to this day, this is years later, I still live on YouTube, just trying to learn something new. I'll sit down and watch an hour-long video from some affiliate marketing guru just to find one tip that he might say that I'm like, that's something that I probably should be implementing within my business. That's that dedication right there. So you have to have that kind of mindset in your business. So anyway, I say all that because I started because I wanted to try to build something. And once I finally built it and it actually started bringing me in consistent income, then I started looking at it a little more heavily, to the point to where, I can actually do something with the money that's coming in. Now, what can I do to scale it bigger? If you can, one thing I truly believe, if you can make $100, you can make 1,000. If you can make 1,000, you can make 10,000. If you make 10 grand, you can make 100 grand. You just have to know how to scale the business. And one way that I'm finding that is making it easier to scale my business is by being a lot more organized and making sure my time is being utilized in a better, smarter fashion. So one thing that I've been looking into recently is on Sundays now, I want to kind of sit down and try to figure out what I want to do this week, what I want accomplished this week. And then I break it down day to day, what I want done. If I have a task that's too big or a task that's going to take me a few days to do, then I break it up and say how much I want to get done in a certain day. This has been very helpful because at the end of the day, I feel accomplished. I feel like I completed something, and when you're an entrepreneur, you're not going to have a boss breathing down your neck. Everything depends on you. That's the greatest thing about it. And it's also the worst thing about it. Everything depends on you, which is the greatest thing about it. But everything depends on you, which is the worst thing about it. But it's actually the way that I would rather it be than, working for somebody else. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's working for somebody else. I get that. But a lot of people are trying to claw their way out. Oh, yeah. Michael says, I don't understand why you don't have more views. Well, that's part of me being more consistent, and then also me finding that part of blowing up is luck. I'll be honest. I kind of believe that Uh, I'm not gonna say partly it's luck, but sometimes you have to catch the right wave. The internet is constantly trending with different things and different that. And what you want to do is have one of your videos catch that wave, and then it just goes nuts. So all I'm doing right now is just trying to increase my chances of that happening. If I was posting one video a week, then yeah, that probably would. I mean, the chance of that happening with 1 out of 52 videos over the course of a year, yeah, that would be kind of slim. But if I can put together 2, 3 videos a week, the last month or so, I've been trying to pump out videos pretty regularly. So at the end of the year, if I can have 200 videos or 100 videos done, that's 2 or 3 times as many chances I have with having a video go viral and then taking off the channel. And having a nice little collection of videos makes it easier for when people do discover you, they can go through your stuff and say, oh, this guy has a ton of stuff here. And then that makes it easier for them to binge watch you. So you have to build, build a nice size collection of useful, great, engaging content. And that's what I'm doing right now. I don't know how many videos it's going to take, but I'm going to do as many as it takes to do it. All right, Michael asks, as a beginner, how many websites do you think you should start with? I have so many ideas for blogs. It's crazy. Yo, who you telling, man? There's you ever went to a refrigerator and you open a door and there's so much food in there you can't even decide what you want because it's just a whole bunch of great stuff in it. That's kind of what I look at when it comes to blogging and affiliate marketing. There's so many great niches out there that you can jump into. And you're like, I don't know which one to start with. I want to do them all. One word of caution, Mike, is try not to do more than one at a time if you can help it. One thing that I found is that I will build a site and then I'll throw out 30 posts on it, maybe 50 posts on it. And if I'm really binging, then I'll sit down and do that all within a couple of months. And it's helpful too, if you have money to invest in a business, because then you can outsource some of the content, and that's helpful, But because of the barrier that Google has, it's going to take a few months before your articles begin to rank and start making you money. And since that is the case, I find it better to write 30 to 50 articles on the site and then move on to another niche. 30 to 50 articles, then move on to another one, unless you're trying to build what's called an authority website. What I'm talking about are little small niche sites that you can create. When you're building these little small niche sites, you can build 30, 40 articles and then move on to the next one. Because then after about 4 to 6 months, you'll start to see traffic getting bigger and bigger on those sites. And then eventually it'll rank and you'll start getting some traffic, and then traffic leads to sales. And then afterwards, you can go back and look at those sites. If you see something that's really gaining traction, then you might want to add another 30 to 40 posts to it, get it up to like 100. And then all of a sudden that site can be making you $5,000-$6,000 a month. It takes a while though. That type of building can take, probably anywhere between 4 to 8 months, sometimes a year. But look at where you are now. Is this something that you want to be a year previous? Where were you financially? Chances are you're probably around the same spot that you are now. But if you build something right now, a year from now, you can have another income stream bringing you a few $1,000s a month. Now you're in a better financial situation. So why not replicate that process over and over and over again? The process works. So that's one thing I recommend. Just focus on one. One thing, another thing that I'd like to do is called focus. So it's like an acronym, FOCUS, focus. If you focus, that means follow one course until success. Follow one course until success. One thing about when you're managing yourself, basically, in your own online business and you're an entrepreneur, sometimes it's difficult to stay on task, to stay on track. You have that what's called the shiny object syndrome, where you see this is interesting, this is cool, let me go try it. what'll end up happening is that you'll never get one thing done. So I would definitely just concentrate on one site at a time. I've heard horror stories where people will excuse me. I've heard horror stories where people will, oh yeah, I'm working on 4 blogs or 5 blogs all at one time. And they're working hard, but they might have 5 articles across 5 different websites. And that's not enough to start gaining traction with a site. You need at least 20 articles to start gaining traction with a site. So you would do much better instead of having 5 articles across 5 blogs to having one blog with 25 articles. So definitely focus on one and stick to it. Figure out what's more profitable. So that would be my suggestion to you, Mike. How have you been finding the training so far, Michael? Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad you're able to see some value in that. It's really a big deal because you want it. There's a barrier of entry when it comes to affiliate marketing and blogging, and it's a barrier that keeps a lot of people out. And that's a good thing for us because as long as you push through to the other side, then we can make the money. But uh, a lot of people start up and about around that 3 to 4 month mark, when typically around that 3 to 4 month mark is when you're going to start seeing traffic raise. But a lot of people can't. They feel like you're working on something for a long time and not getting any returns from it, and that's kind of legitimate. I get that, but you have to remember what the nature of the business is. When we grow up, we are constantly taught that in order to make money, you need to exchange your time to make money. And that's what having a 9 to 5 job, or if you work overnight or whatever, just working for an hourly wage, you're exchanging your time for money. But honestly, exchanging your time for money, your time is much more valuable than what you're doing to give it to somebody else for $10 an hour, $20 an hour. I much rather build a business where I'm, working on it a lot or not that much. I have some websites where I work on it maybe an hour or two a month, and they're bringing in $700 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. So when that's the case, I'm making 300. I'm making $500 an hour. When I work on it for 2 hours a month. That's kind of what you want. And let me go back. When you're exchanging time for money, when you're working a regular job, uh, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. It is a legitimate way that lots of people do, and many people have had success with it. But I remember growing up seeing a lot of people who would work 16, 18 hours a day on their jobs. And, yeah, you're making the money, but you're not at home to enjoy it. That's what I'm afraid of, Mike. That's what I'm afraid of, that I have to work all of these hours. I'd rather work all of those hours and at least be at home and be around, if you're working on a job on a laptop. But again, I want to just stress that I'm not telling anyone to go quit their jobs, because I do not want you to say, "Oh, I was listening to Benji's dad and he said to quit at my job and start blogging." No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is to uh, you know, work on increasing your income streams. Most people main income stream is their regular job. And if that stream ever dried up for whatever reason, it could be reason that's no fault of your own. You know, if you're laid off, if you're fired, if you break your leg or you break your hand, you can't work, or something crazy like that happens, then your only single income stream is gone. If you were to start blogging and you create multiple income streams, multiple websites that can bring you in money, and then after you start making income from it, start investing in other things outside of the internet. Because I mean, the internet's great and I don't believe it's going anywhere anytime soon. But just in case, you know, you may want to take some of your money and invest it outside of the internet, like maybe in real estate, which is really good. Um, be careful of stocks and stuff, but thus that's another option. Ways that you can get your money to make you money. Um, Unfortunately, to make money, you do need money in a lot of instances outside of the internet, to be honest. What's up, Shane? How's it going? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Michael, it is Father's Day. It is Father's Day. That's good. What you up to this evening, Shane? Oh, we're up to 5 people. This is great. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing this live thing a little more often. I need to figure out a schedule that I can do so that people can see what's going on. um, yeah, I think this live thing is legit. You know, I like interacting with you guys. I like seeing what you're thinking, like right here, right now. Hold on, am I a little backwards? Oh, I am a little behind. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your comment, Michael. You said 6 years and no opportunity to move up. Yeah, man, that's a tough thing, and people just, you know, you sit there, grin and bear it. You know, I mean, yeah, you can sit there and grin and bear it, or you can find your way out. One thing my father taught me growing up was, hey, if you don't like a situation, either do something about it or learn to live with it. A lot of people are learning to live with it. I'm a little cut from a different cloth. I want to make something else. I've owned like 10 businesses. You know, not all of them profitable, by the way. Out of all 10 of them, maybe 2 of them have been profitable. But yeah, this is something you try to do. Yeah, Michael, definitely do something about it. Don't just be talk, man. You got to be action. Uh, I was listening to some motivation. Oh God, I never thought I'd say this, but I was listening to some motivational videos um, recently. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna share it with you guys too. Where's this guy at? Because he has been really good with putting together like some of the greatest minds in the United States. Not really the United States, but just in the world, who some of the greatest business minds, and then putting their stuff together. His name is Evan Carmichael. He has a huge channel. I think he has like 1.3 million people. So next time you guys get a chance, go check out a guy named Evan Carmichael. Well, anyway, I bring him up because he puts together like all of these greatest minds, like Steve Jobs and Warren Buffett and Jack Ma and uh, Oprah Winfrey, and he just gets a lot of their speeches and he puts them together in one little 15-minute video, and you can kind of see what they do to be successful, and you can see it all at one time. So I would definitely go check him out. I actually just discovered him like a couple of days ago, to be honest, and I'm already using it. But taking action is a big thing. He has one example on there where Will Smith was talking about the first time that he decided to go skydiving and how scared he was to do it, and how he couldn't sleep the night before, he couldn't eat the morning before, he couldn't do anything. And then when he shows up and all his friends are sitting there like, yeah, you're ready to go jump, and he's sitting there like scared out of his mind. And then they finally get into the airplane and they get all the way up to the edge, and the door opens, and he's like, he realizes this is the first time he's ever been in a plane this high when the door was open. And then they open the door, and he's the first time you jump skydiving, they have you with another guy, so there's two of you just sitting there, and you're just looking out. He's looking out, and he says, on three, we're gonna go. And he says 1, 2, and then you jump, because he knows on three, everybody grabs the side of the plane because they don't want to jump. And then he said at that moment, he realized just how blissful it was. At first, it was the most frightening and terrifying thing he had ever heard of. But once he started flying, it's like the wind, he said, was kind of like just grabbing him, and it was serene. And then after like 30 seconds or 60 seconds or a minute, he actually was able to, take a deep breath and just look around and just see how awesome it was. He said, oh, that's that building over there that I saw when I drove in. Oh, I think I can see my house from here. And it was at that time, he said, he came to a realization that fear or, lack of taking action is what he was trying to get to. It can only be overcome after you faced the fear. Take the chance. Now, he says something that I don't necessarily 100% agree with, but he says that take 100, or that God, excuse me, let me rewind. He says that God puts the greatest things on the other side of fear, which is a good quote to say. But I think sometimes fear is a good thing, in my opinion. But in certain situations, especially with blogging, with affiliate marketing, with starting your own business online, with starting your own business in general, which is really what I'm trying to get people to do here. That's like my vision, is to try to help people see that it's great to start your own business and not have to work for anyone, not have to be someone else's passive income. But not have to be someone else's passive income, but that he says that God puts the best things on the other side of fear. So don't be the person that allows yourself to be so afraid that you never do anything. So take a chance. Take a chance. All right, I got a few people watching. So just kind of to reset, we were talking about a few of the things that reasons why you should start blogging. If you missed the reasons, the number one reason, see if I can remember them all. The number one reason was that entry-level jobs are going away. And we talked about the example of grocery stores or Walmart, Target, wherever you like to go. You probably notice that there's a lot of self-checkout lanes, and there's fewer cashier lanes. So there's fewer entry-level jobs to go. When you're thinking about the interstate or the highway you may be traveling on, and before, you used to have a whole bunch of people taking money as cars are going by. Now, if you have a pass, it just takes a little picture of the pass and you keep going about your business. Not a person is involved in that. Jobs like that, entry-level jobs, seem to be going away. So a good way to start blogging, to start with affiliate marketing, to really start your own business online, that's a really good reason to do it, because jobs are going away from that. Jobs are going away in general. So in order to have a job, you may need to be able to create your own. Another thing, number two reason that you want to start blogging is the fact that you want to, I can't remember the second reason. Second reason why you want to start blogging is because brick and mortar stores are going away. And what I mean by brick and mortar stores are going away is, think of a lot of the stores you may have used to go to when you were growing up, or maybe even that you went to within the last couple of years. They're probably closed now, or they're probably closing. Radio Shack would be another good example of it. These places are going away and the big reason for it, Toys R Us, that's another one. And that's because people, people are buying stuff on the internet now more than ever before. I think a big reason for that is because millennials like myself are getting to the age where they have careers and they have jobs and they have expendable income. And we grew up already being comfortable with buying stuff on the internet. And because of that, we are buying more stuff on the internet. I know for myself, I jump on buying something on the internet rather than going to the store, because I just don't feel like going to the store. I don't have time to do it. That's the reason why you want to start doing your own thing online. So if you created a blog that reviewed toys, like we were talking about, Walmart, Kmart, Toys R Us, any of these places, if you build a blog to put yourself in between the customer and the store, then people who are looking for reviews online for stuff before they buy, they're in that buying, their decision making phase when it comes to the customer purchase life cycle. You can actually, take that money and or take that traffic, take those people, and then direct them to Best Buy, direct them to Walmart, direct them to Amazon. And by doing so, you can get a cut of anything that they purchase, which is what affiliate marketing is in a nutshell. If you haven't already, by the way, please hit that like button at the bottom. I don't know if it does much, but I see other people doing it. So there you go. Yeah, Mike. It was at Sears, Kmart, Toys R Us. Those are all places that are just they're gone. And we were talking about companies that were stalwarts in the industry at one time or another. And there's been a shift. People are buying stuff online. Oh yeah, Amazon's my life, unfortunately. Amazon is my life. I've been an Amazon Prime member, even though the price keeps going up. I've been an Amazon Prime member now for like 4 years. I spend so much more in purchasing stuff off of Amazon that I pay for the shipping within like a month or two. So I'll pay for the membership within a month or two. I'm trying to remember what that number three reason was. Probably should have written it down. So yeah, definitely check out Evan Carmichael. He's just from what I could tell, he seems like just a really nice guy. He just wants to put stuff together, but his YouTube channel is huge. It's blowing up. Like I said, I believe he's around 1.3 million subs already. Well, Michael, a big reason why Amazon is so big at the moment too is because they are masters at getting people to spend money. You know, just think about it. When you go to Amazon and you pull up something that you're looking for, what's immediately the first thing that you see? People who bought this also bought, and then they list 10 other things and then you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I could use that too. And it's crazy how that works. But Amazon is a conversion machine. They get people to buy stuff, and then if you put something in your cart and then you don't buy it, what ends up happening? They'll send you an email saying, "Hey, by the way, this is in your cart in case you wanted to buy it." Uh, if it's in your cart too, if you're part of those Facebook pixels that it'll have, or any types of pixels, you might be on Facebook surfing or on Instagram, just whatever, and then you'll see an advertisement for something you were just looking at on Amazon. It's kind of creepy, but it works. Um, and that's why using Amazon as your very first affiliate marketing program, I highly suggest that you do that because it's so easy to get people to convert on Amazon just by getting them to the website. So if you can create a blog and then you can get tens of thousands of people coming to your blog each month, if you're able to send just a little bit of that traffic to Amazon, you can make a good commission from it. And the great part about Amazon as well is that you don't have to You don't have to have them buy the thing that you sent them to Amazon for. So what I mean by that, if you're doing a review on toys or you're doing a review on a hammer, and this is the best hammer that you can use. Someone reads your blog, okay, I think I want that hammer. They click on the link in your blog and go to Amazon.com. Then they get there and like, you know what? The hammer I have is good enough. But then they look in their cart and see, oh, well, I forgot that I have this watch that I wanted to buy. So I'm going to go ahead and click on, and if I go ahead and buy the watch on Amazon, then you get a commission for that just because you're the one who sent me to Amazon and I made a purchase. There's been so many things that I have sold on Amazon where I have nothing to do with what was there. So it's really Amazon's just really awesome when it comes to that. All right, what else? Do you suggest? See, Michael says, do you suggest Amazon as your first affiliate site? Yes, I totally do suggest it as your first Amazon site, because when you are learning affiliate marketing, it's going to be a slow process because you're learning. But as you are learning, you need to. It makes it easier when you don't have to sell as hard. Actually, you shouldn't be selling in the first place. To be honest, you're really just suggesting and helping. And while you're suggesting and helping, then yeah, people are going to trust you and buy through you or buy from you. So I suggest doing Amazon for your first website. You can probably start getting income from it within a few weeks versus a few months. You know, if you blitz it hard enough. If you have something else that might be a little more difficult to sell. Oh, excuse me. And another reason why I suggest doing Amazon is because it's also a known commodity. It's a known product, a known brand. So people trust it. So if you click on, if people go to your blog and they click on and they go to Amazon, they know they're not going to get, scammed or anything because they know it's Amazon. Well, Michael, if you're going through the training that I suggested over at WA, then they show you exactly how to do that. They show you exactly how to do that. What I will tell you in regards to that is, I don't know if you ever heard of a guy on YouTube called Casey Neistat. He's like one of the biggest YouTubers out there right now. And anyway, Casey always says that the best thing that he does with his videos is that he tells a story and he edits well. And that's kind of what you want to do with your blog. You want to tell a good story and then suggest that people buy things. Or, and even if you say suggest that people buy, it's more like, by the way, you can check out the prices of it by clicking on Amazon, by clicking this right here. Send them to Amazon. If 100 people come to your site, if you got 4 or 5 of them actually click and actually go and buy something, then you'll know that, you're converting well. So one of the greatest things that you will want to do with your website is you always want to answer the question that your keyword is posing. So you're doing your keyword research, and the keyword research is, how to make a coffee mug. I don't know, it's just off the top of my head. Make sure that you answer that question. Provide the value that the searcher is looking for. If you don't provide that value, then they're going to sense that all you're trying to do is sell to them. And that's going to annoy them, and they're probably not going to come to your site or buy through you very often. All right, yeah, sorry. I know this is great YouTube fodder with me sitting here silent. I'm just reading something. Is it still a free trial? Yeah, the free trial is always available. Basically, what it's doing is it gives you the first 10 lessons for free. And the reason for giving you the first 10 lessons for free is they want you to see what you're going to be doing. Blogging isn't for everybody. It's not. Some people are going to start it and hate it and not going to want to do it. There's other ways that you can make money online with affiliate marketing. I prefer blogging because to me, it's the quickest way to create a passive income for yourself, because after you build the website and it's big enough, then you can just let it sit and it's going to do what it wants. But anyway, they get you to try it. It'll teach you how to blog. It'll teach you how to do so, how to create a website, how to sell effectively without selling, kind of a thing. And it's 100% free to get those first 10 lessons. However, if you want to be really successful with it, you do have to upgrade to premium. You have to upgrade to premium. It's $19 for the first month, and then I believe $49 for each month thereafter. So, but you're getting more than just the training. You're also getting web hosting. You're getting live support. You're getting chat support. You're getting questions. You have the large library of questions that are available. So really, all of the questions that you have in regards to learning how to build a business online have been asked by somebody at some point at the site. So you can leverage that huge available amount of information that's there. Plus, you can talk to me. You can ask me any question that you want. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. The one thing I do suggest, though, is if you do decide to do it and move on with it, if you have the money, I would definitely suggest to go yearly with the membership rather than monthly. The $49.99 or the $49 a month comes out to just under $600 a year, which is a decent amount of money. However, you can upgrade to premium on a yearly basis, and I believe it's like $359 or $349, and that comes down to less than $30 a month. So you end up saving $20 a month on that, almost $200. So I would definitely, actually more than $200 you end up saving with that. So if you do have the money to do so, I would do that. The way that I did it was I made my first income 7 to 8 weeks into the site. After that, about maybe 3 to 4 months in, I was making enough money to pay for that $49 monthly membership. And then at about 7 to 8 months, I had enough money consistently to be able to pay for the yearly membership, and I haven't really looked back since. A cool thing too that the affiliate does is in November during Black Friday. At least they have for the last few years. There is no guarantee that they'll do it every year, but they'll let you have the premium membership for $300 or $299, which comes down to less than $25 a month, and that's just that's a steal. The cool thing is, if you did sign up for the yearly membership right now, what is this, June? So if you sign up for the yearly membership now, when November gets here, you can still take advantage of the Black Friday deal, and you would just extend your membership for another year for whenever this one ended. So you spent the money, the $359 to buy the yearly right now. So you paid from June 2018 to June 2019. And in November, let's say you decide to go for the $299 Black Friday deal to get the membership, then you can go from instead of having it go from June 18 to June 19, now you go from June 18 to June 2020. So that's definitely a good way to look at it. If you have the money to do it. I know a lot of people who just, try to earn the money as quickly as they can, just that they can pay for the yearly membership. And you can check a couple of other my videos where there's ways that you can make money a little more quickly by using, other types of options online. And I would use it to invest into your income. Invest into yourself and make a little extra money with it. All right, so probably not going to stay on too much longer. It's a Sunday night. Got stuff to do tomorrow. And I have a cough that won't go away. So if I join, am I in control? Oh, of course. Of course. You are in 100% control of your sites, whenever you want. The only thing I would suggest is when you first sign up for the free membership, they give you 2 free two free websites. Those websites they're still controlled by you, but they're not yours. They're kind of like those WordPress type sites where your site.wordpress.com or your site.wix.com, one of those types of websites. So ultimately, that doesn't belong to you. but no one's going to take it away from you because it's just part of the benefit of joining and getting the free membership. So they're going to be yours forever. But the training that you're going to get at the Wealthy Affiliate is going to teach you basically not just they're just not going to give you a fish and tell you to eat. They're going to teach you how to fish, right? So that you can always do this. And that's what the benefit of the training is. You'll definitely want to take advantage of that because even if Wealthy Affiliate disappeared tomorrow, you know, because you know what you know at this point, because you've gone through the training, you will be able to still be successful online because you know the process. So yeah, you're in control of your own sites. Now, I brought all of that up just to say that that's what the free membership gives you. If you were to sign up for the premium membership, then you have the opportunity of having 25 domained websites, which means you can go out and buy your own domain, which is normally like 12 or 13 bucks. And if that's your domain. So like, for instance, benjisdad.com, that's my domain. It's a domain that I purchased. It's mine. No one can take that away from me, kind of a thing, you know? So it'll be wise to back up your website and to keep things like that. WA will back up your website for you. But if you're crazy like I am, you back it up again just to be sure, because your site's a big deal. You know, it's everything. So that's what I would definitely suggest doing. Signing up for the free membership if you haven't had a chance, and do it. And go premium as soon as you possibly can, because that is the best way to get started with this. All right. Okay, so I guess we're gonna kind of start winding this down. Yeah, no problem, Shane, man. Again, let me go ahead and give my thing out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for sticking around. I don't know why you guys are crazy enough to stick around with me. But this is what you call humble beginnings, guys. You know, I plan on growing this channel to over 100 grand subscribers. You know, that's a wide-eyed goal. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm starting to see some other channels that are starting to blow up. I'm like, I can blow up. I need to work on this. So we're gonna see how this goes. So far I've been doing this since about November, and I'm about to cross around 1,200 subs, which is nice. I appreciate every single sub that I get. You guys, especially because they always tell me that the first 1,000 subs are the people who are gonna stick with you, and I like that. That means, you know, I'm talking to you guys right now. You're gonna be with me when I'm at 100 grand. You know, you're gonna be with me when I don't know about 1 million. That might be a little too crazy, but I kind of feel that 100,000 is in sights. And that's called being insane, by the way. The fact that I even think I can do that is insanity. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, Michael. All right, so I was gonna try to stretch it, but there's no point. If there's not any other questions for me, I'll go ahead and close it out. Please be sure to visit benjisdad.com, sign up for the mailing list so that you get all types of ways in which you can make money online. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will catch you guys hopefully at the end of the week. Plan on doing another one probably Friday afternoon, Friday evening around 4:30, 5 o'clock. But hopefully you all will get a notification when I set up the broadcast, and we'll see how it goes. I will catch you all later.